10 powerful lessons from Stoicism that can change your life. Imagine being stuck in traffic, having a tough conversation with your boss, or facing a personal crisis, yet you remain calm and composed. This is not magic, it's Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that continues to help millions of people find inner peace, self-control, and live a more fulfilling life. In today's video, we'll explore 10 powerful lessons from Stoicism that will change your heart and mind. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery. Lesson 1. Focus only on what you can control. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, teaches us that there are two types of things in life, those within our control and those outside of it. We can control our thoughts, emotions, decisions, and reactions, but things like the weather, the behavior of others, or life's outcomes are beyond our control. Therefore, focus on what you can control. This is the key to true peace. Just like an archer carefully aims and releases the arrow, but cannot control its exact flight path, we too must focus on our actions and let go of the results. This mindset not only gives us inner peace but also frees us from the frustrations of trying to control things beyond our power. When we focus all our energy on our reactions and intentions, we protect ourselves from unnecessary stress. A famous Stoic warrior, before each battle, would reflect on whether he would win or lose, but he always remained focused on giving his best. He understood that his peace came from his actions, not the outcome. Lesson 2. Learn the power of acceptance. Marcus Aurelius, who was not just an emperor but also a philosopher, imparts a profound lesson in his writings on acceptance. Life, as Marcus observed, is a symphony of highs and lows, a constant ebb and flow. There are circumstances beyond our control, and Stoicism teaches us to accept these unchangeable truths. To accept, in Stoic terms, is to embrace life's unpredictability and impermanence without resistance. Life is ever-changing. Sometimes we experience happiness, sometimes sorrow, sometimes calm, and other times anxiety. When we accept that everything is temporary, we free ourselves from the suffering caused by resisting change. Marcus Aurelius himself faced numerous hardships, particularly when Rome was under attack. Yet, he always practiced acceptance, understanding that the only peace he could control was within himself, and that peace came from going with the flow of life rather than fighting it. Ancient wisdom, Stoicism teaches us that life's every aspect is inherently unstable. Aligning ourselves with that reality is the first step toward inner peace. Lesson 3. Understand your emotions, don't be a slave to them. Stoicism doesn't say that emotions are bad. In fact, it acknowledges that emotions are a natural part of the human experience. The goal is not to suppress emotions but to understand them and ensure they do not control us. For example, getting angry is natural, but how we react to that anger is within our control. We all experience anger at times, but we must remember that while we cannot control the feeling, we can control how we express it. Stoicism teaches us to manage our anger rather than act impulsively upon it. Seneca once taught his student a valuable lesson on anger. When the student became angry with a friend, Seneca reminded him, it's human to feel angry, but controlling it is what makes us truly human. Lesson 4. Virtue is true success. For Stoics, success is not found in wealth, fame, or power, but in virtue. Speaking the truth, acting justly, showing humility, these are the qualities that make a person truly powerful. When we live our lives based on good principles, we are no longer affected by external circumstances. A Stoic person always lives by their values and principles, no matter the external environment. For them, approval or criticism from the world doesn't matter. Epictetus once told his student, if you live by your truth, whether the world appreciates it or not, your peace will lie in your integrity. Lesson 5. Live each day as if it's your last. Marcus Aurelius said, live each day as if it's your last. When we acknowledge that life is temporary, we begin to value every moment. No regrets from the past, no anxiety about the future, just living fully in the present. Stoicism teaches us to approach each day with a fresh perspective. When we live each day as a new beginning, we find peace and joy in the little moments. A Stoic philosopher, when reflecting on his life, said, I'm ready to leave this world because I have lived every day with my best effort. Lesson 6. The power of negative visualization. A fascinating Stoic practice is premeditatio malorum, the act of visualizing the worst-case scenario. This isn't about fear, but preparation. If we imagine the worst that could happen, we mentally prepare ourselves for it. When life throws us a curveball, we are not caught off guard, we are ready. If a loved one falls ill, thinking about that possibility beforehand can help you remain strong emotionally when the situation arises. Marcus Aurelius would often remind himself that he might have to leave his empire one day, and by preparing himself for that, he could remain calm in the face of challenges. Lesson 7. Silence is powerful. Seneca said, "Speak less, listen more, and respond thoughtfully." A Stoic avoids idle chatter, complaints, and noise. They understand that true power lies in silence, and that real influence comes not from words, but from actions. A Stoic person always speaks thoughtfully, no matter how emotional the situation is. Their focus is on understanding and responding with wisdom. Epictetus once said, "Silence can sometimes be your greatest strength, because when you speak less, you hear more and understand more." Lesson 8. The awareness of death, memento mori. Stoics would remind themselves daily that death is inevitable. This isn't to depress us, but to help us value life more deeply. When we remember that life is finite, we are less likely to get caught up in petty issues and more likely to live fully in the present. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal that every day could be his last, and that made him more grateful for the life he had. Lesson 9. Self-reflection is key to growth. Every night, ask yourself, did I strive to be a better person today? Did I manage my reactions? Did I harm anyone or help anyone? This self-reflection keeps us grounded and moving toward self-improvement, day by day, moment by moment. Lesson 10. Live according to nature. Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with nature, that is, to live simply, with wisdom, compassion, and truth. When we align ourselves with the natural laws of the world, we feel lighter and freer. No pretension, no lies, just an honest and balanced life. Stoicism is not a dry or outdated philosophy. It's a timeless, powerful guide for today's world. If you incorporate these 10 lessons into your life, you'll not only find mental peace but become a stronger, wiser person in all aspects of your life. Thank you for joining us on this Stoic journey. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insight.